That's fine. I really don't care. All right. I just started recording. Say hi.
Hi.
This is my friend Kilasin. Is that how you pronounce it? No.
Doesn't really matter. Kilasin, Kilasin.
Let's call you Kyla.
Hey.
That's Kyla for short. This is Lunar. We're gonna be I was told to find the most god awful movie I could. All right, you can like put it on full screen or whatever you want. All right, and all right, you ready?
Yeah.
We're watching an awful movie in 3, 2, 1. Click it. Wait, crap.
Okay.
Restart. Let's kind of try that again because we have to do it at the same like exact time, you know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1.
I know how to turn mine down too.
There you go. Orlando karate events. All right, this music already sounds like crap. What is that? Is that
It's
a lamb or a dog?
dog.
Is that a lamb or a dog? Listen to this music.
I kind of want to get up and dance to it.
Okay, so like, okay, here's city like this. Why are there not cars moving all over the place? I think I'm just trying to find anything to write about right now.
These are pretty flowers.
Grandpa, did you go on being a sailor after the Titanic?
Pretty flowers.
No, this. What is this?
Once I hit New York and I got a new job.
I would never have stopped being a sailor.
They're screwed.
Oh, what the heck?
Ship in the world.
Why are they wearing clothes?
The best
The liner goes down. A lot of people died, huh?
Well, youngster,
Where
it's
do
a
they
long,
have
complicated
an
story.
whatever it's called? They actually have an eye doctor for mice.
Were
Okay,
never
I'm sorry, I'm
really
not even
missing.
listening to
It's
you.
all misunderstanding. One of these days, I'll tell you the whole story.
What's with his face?
Come on now, kids, relax. Don't make such a fuss.
Grandpa, what was this whistle used for?
Huh? You put that down right now. It's dangerous.
It's
Listen
just
to my
Hand it
phone
over.
in my face.
This was used
my voice.
for calling the terrible Mr. Ice.
Who? Why was he so terrible?
Ice was a
That was
cruel
so
and
bad.
merciless monster.
And the guy
All right, youngsters, you've taught me anyway. I'll tell you the whole story. If you behave yourselves, that is.
Why, sure.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
Better behave themselves.
I still
Oh, is
say
he gonna cry?
she was the most beautiful ship that ever plowed the waves. It all began long ago in England, when I was just a lad. It was a beautiful day, and there was lots of action down at the wharf.
He looks like it. I'm like, don't cry, little
He's
mouse.
got earrings. Yeah, the mouse has an earring.
All right, who's next? Go ahead. Let's us next.
I have a question. If he was on the Titanic, then how did he get off of it? He would have frozen in the water. He's a mouse. I would probably flip out and turn the boat over.
Well, that's food. You can eat right there. Big stuff. Mouse.
My dear,
Thank
Oh,
you,
she's
Daddy.
so pale. Oh, that's cool.
there you are. Splendid, isn't she?
Foreshadowing this
Magnificent. Simply breathtaking.
Good morning. The captain sends you his regards, Your Grace.
Thank you, young man. I must say your ship is most
What is
impressive.
this, Gibson?
Right, Elizabeth?
Oh, absolutely.
Make sure that your Cameron's
They had
luggage is
3
stowed
brains.
securely. Yes, sir.
like a pucker, slightly of teeth. And they
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that cat? Look at that cat on that face. What's his face?
Oh, look at the puppy.
Did you see that lady like tackle that guy?
Uh-oh. Kitty, get him! Hurry!
Get out of here, yo.
Get him on the cat. Die.
Oh yeah.
What was that?
Aw.
Did you hear that? It's like,
All right, everybody. Daddy. Cat's gone. You can come out.
Do you hear his voice?
Ready for boarding, sir.
Very well, Mr. Connors. We'll have the roll call if you
I want to know how they got them. Did they make them themselves? That's talent.
Mouse. Mr. and Mrs. Porrig, Liam, O'Rat, and 2 children. Juan and Abita Raton with offspring. Jean-Luc and Francois Ratatouille, and the Mousetti family from Sicily. Featuring Parmigiano, Pecorino, Gorgonzola, Provolone, Fontina, Caciocavallo, Ricotta, Mozzarella.
What kind of names are these?
What tasteful names, Mr. and Mrs. Mousetti.
Yeah, those are tasteful names.
Herr Heinrich and Frau Greta von Mauskäse with adjunct Shlomo and Becky Boydsil, and the Da Silva Pereira Queso family from Recife. With 2 children.
Look at him!
Only, please call me Stella. Everyone else does, after all.
Yeah.
Oh my god, really?
Oh, of course.
Oh my god. Really, then
It's a pleasure to meet you, Stella. Top Connors at your service. Thank you, Ronnie. That's very kind of you.
Mr. Connors.
Sir!
Oh yeah, he's so smooth.
Get lively now with the boarding procedures. Time's growing short, and out here we're exposed to all sorts of dangers. One at a time now. Shitty up that also just as fast as you can.
Now listen, my dears. Stay close to me and you won't get lost.
So we
That mouse is skinny.
why has this guy got 2 teeth? Whatever?
It's the right idea, but you have to learn sailor talk. Only landlubbers call that a rope. To us, it's an hawser. Get it?
got it.
I can barely
Good.
understand him.
We skim up that howitzer and run real fast up it. And if we
doing
hold
with
on
his
tight,
fingers
we
behind
won't
his
fall
back
off
and
into the
random-
water.
we just-
I'll die of cold if that happens.
He's got a really bad gap.
All right,
Let's all
everyone in
laugh.
line,
It's so
start boarding.
Why is that? Do you see?
Now, Ronnie, I want you to help yourself.
That poor baby. He's gonna die.
Carry your sister Stella. Don't worry, Top. I'm as quick and as sure-footed a nimble as the best of them. Great, Ronnie.
His voice.
Get a move on now, kid.
The voices are just terrible.
You're Brazilian, aren't you?
I'm
What
so
brought you all the way here to
I
Great Britain,
say.
if I may ask?
I say.
I came here to learn your national pastime, soccer. But I think my country mice are going to transform it a little.
What? Surely you're not thinking of changing
You just
the
called it
rules, are
soccer,
you?
but it's football out
no,
there.
the rules are fine just the way they are.
Sorry,
But we
but
may
you
add a
gotta
little
hear
something to the
back.
spirit. I'll show you what I
Wait,
mean.
wait. Is that like a rock shaped like a
That's.
What is that? They actually.
I'm gonna laugh when he just falls. Fall. Aw.
They actually.
Something like that.
Can you imagine how tiny that is, though? I mean, like.
I'm terribly sorry, senor. Are you all right?
Shouldn't they be?
Oh, thank you.
Anyway, that's what we Brazilians can do with a soccer ball.
They're mice.
Just.
I
Doesn't make.
think it's too many gripes about like, the animation. It's not really that bad. Wait. Did you think? That one mouse.
Isn't it time to go aboard, Daddy?
Don't be impatient, my dear.
Your
Daddy.
grace, your ladyship, your presence
Look at the
aboard
cat.
will make
That's-
this voyage
Match.
memorable.
He does!
Just the truth.
Now, Charles.
As I was saying, dear ladies,
Elizabeth, behave yourself. Must I remind you
Dear
that
lady.
Everard Maltravers has asked for your hand. And that your stepmother and I both consider it an excellent match.
Die than marry that horrifying, disgusting old serpent.
What do you mean, old? He's barely 40. Old indeed.
Very well, Daddy. He's a middle-aged serpent then.
Elizabeth, don't be
Look at their
impertinent. You have a
lips.
position to keep up. Your stepmother and I simply want what's best for
Do you
our
see
little
this looks
girl. Try to be
Yeah, it's
reasonable.
pretty bad.
Yes, Daddy.
He's got a bow tie.
What's going on?
Bow ties are cool.
What's going on? Listen to the confusion.
Gypsies. Go ahead. I'll join you in a
Why are
moment.
they randomly dancing?
disgusting
Yeah, he does
exhibition.
have an eye patch. Let's call him Eye Patch Guy, because I did not know his name, so his name is Eye Patch Man.
I don't like their dresses. It's just kind of
Come
annoying.
on, Smiley.
Whoa, hello there.
Show.
Who just
He's dancing with the dog.
what? The dog has to go on off first. This is dog.
Hmm.
Oh, this is a Titanic.
Over there. Go to her, Smiley. Carry my greetings to her.
Eyes
Go. Attaboy.
Like Titanic with a mouse. Oh, uh-oh. The dog looks funny.
Why did he randomly go to
He's too happy.
I feel your darling stepdaughter is trying to avoid us.
He shook his booty at them.
CB, Mrs. Everard, no trouble. My dear sister, you know I always get
I think they should trade cats.
Boss, a Grayson, help!
Dog, the menace. Pay no attention to that vulgar beast. Lucifer, darling.
You just called him a vulgar beast.
Cretin.
It's a dog.
Okay, so now we see the dog.
All right, Jeffries, just keep calm and we'll corner him.
They're so smart.
Come here, boy.
They're-
Good boy. You like being petted, don't you?
That was so creepy sounding.
Take my gloves off. Careful, don't knock me over. You are the sweetest
Knock
little
me
thing.
over.
What is he doing? Rolling his eyes and like, what is she doing with her finger? Okay, she's taking a
Oh, what a lovely soft coat.
That dog's like, yeah, pet me.
There, that's
Is he
fair,
still
isn't
okay?
it?
I thought he was
What are you trying to say?
So did I.
Oh,
Did he just wink?
come back here.
That was slow-mo.
There's
It's
tons
so
of yarn in the whole world,
romantic.
Smiley. What a heavenly fragrance.
Skipper with gloves.
Is this dog playing matchmaker? He
Huh?
is.
No hearts, no hearts.
Please no.
Come along.
This
Yeah,
dog
now
is
it's
playing
time for us to
matchmaker.
board.
This dog is a freaking amazing wingman.
That young man just might upset our plans.
Quite so. Jeffries,
Oh, that
Find
plan.
out who he is.
Well, he's got an eye.
You can count on me, boss.
I wouldn't count on you if you were an abacus. Just get busy.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm very sorry, sir, but the animal must be kept on a leash. My good man, you happen to be addressing Don Juan Tenorio, de Ariarte Gonzalez Leon, Prince of Andalusia. But Prince does not travel with animals, you imbecile. If you have a problem with him,
Imbecile.
you have a
How
problem with
dare
us
you tell
first. So be careful what you say.
The dog just
No
like
one tells
puppy.
us what to do, and anyone who dares to attempt such a thing will have us to deal with. Now step aside and let us board.
The dog's just like, Aw. Don't cry.
I get you for that. Give the nice man back his hat. Heel hold.
It was. You know, I was like, this is so fun. Say goodbye. Bye. He looks like Abraham Lincoln.
The Titanic, world's greatest liner, sails today. Wealthy American shipping magnate Everard Marquez asked for the hand of Lady Elizabeth, daughter of His Grace the Duke of Camden.
Over here, my boy. I'll take a copy.
Coming, Gov.
There he is.
There you are, sir. Thanks, Gov.
Thanks,
The
God.
Titanic sails today.
Now then, where was I? Ah, yes. To the captains of all my whaling vessels. Keep your crews on the alert and ready to sail at a moment's notice as soon as you receive my confirmation by wire. Signed, Everard Mount Trappers. Well, my replaceable factotum, why the cackling? Pray, let me in on the joke. I like a laugh as well as the next man.
Hey, nothing, boss. Nothing whatsoever. I was, simply admiring the masterful way in which you're carrying out this operation.
Yes, things are proceeding smoothly. There's no reason whatsoever why the Duke shouldn't grant me exclusive worldwide whaling rights.
Not to mention the hand of his darling daughter. By marrying her, you'll get your mitts on all of his money, won't you, boss? Won't you? Sorry.
That's quite all right, Jeffries. You've hit the nail on the head. There's nothing in the world that counts besides money and power. Everything else is simply there to be used to achieve those objectives. Still here? Hurry, man, hurry! Get those wires off to the captains of my fleet!
You got it, boss.
And weren't you supposed to be finding out everything you can about that fellow we saw boarding? The one with the ill-mannered mongrel.
I'll attend to it immediately, boss. Yes, sir.
Oh, and one other thing, Jeffries. When I want to hear your opinions, I'll ask for them. Is that quite clear?
Somebody. It does. It's like yeah. The ship.
Reduce to half speed, if you please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Just a half
Reduce
speed.
to half speed, engine room.
Excuse me, Captain. They're waiting for you in the first-class dining room. They're all impatient to start the evening.
Oh,
yeah,
very
really.
Well, I'm on my way. There's only one thing worse than a party, and that's
everybody can grow them. Hey, there we go.
Craig, have me call
He
for
looks
any
funny.
problem whatsoever, and if there aren't any, make one up.
Yes, sir.
Hurry up, Ronnie. We're late.
He's psycho. ADHD.
Welcome aboard the Titanic, the most magnificent ship now afloat. Probably every seagoing in the world envies us right now, but remember, not all that glitters is gold. The problem is this ship is new and has never been passed a review by the Mouse Inspection Board. As we know, men are greedy and all too likely to cheat on construction materials.
Did you see that?
So for the first few days, be careful how you move.
They got like big and they're little.
The food on
Like,
board will be abundant thanks to our official middler, Jean-Luc Camembert.
Bonjour, mes amis. It's a pleasure to see you all here.
We can count ourselves lucky to have a professional of Jean-Luc's stature aboard. Now, just a minute before you go, wait. One last thing, friends.
They are.
Important too.
That's a really tall mouse.
Humans have brought
Look at her.
on board not only several dogs, but unfortunately 2 cats as well.
Sounds great. Good food and cats. I'm really going to enjoy this crossing.
Hey, Ronnie, don't play with fire.
There are cats here.
I've seen them. You haven't. Those are snooty cats belonging to
I know, he has eyelashes.
Killed just for the pleasure of it, not because they're hungry.
You heard what the captain said. Promise me you'll be very careful, all right?
Hey, let's go check out the dining room, huh?
Whoa.
See you, Stella.
Oh, Mr. Connors.
Yes?
Ronnie's a bit of a gadabout, but I know I can count on you not to let him get into trouble. Thank you so much.
See ya.
Oh.
Dude, the head reminds me of Wormtail of Harry Potter.
Your Grace. What a pleasure. Sorry for being late.
I was like...
working and didn't realize the hour. Elizabeth, you look more enchanting than ever.
Not only is it the best ship in the world, but it has the finest cuisine.
Captain, have you met Mr. Maltravers?
Yes, this morning.
I know, I saw that too.
I never even knew places like this
I love that stuff.
And I thought I'd seen everything. No crumbs and sweepings for us on this trip. It's gonna be one long banquet. Don't go getting any of your crazy ideas, Ronnie. I promised your beautiful sister I'd take good care of you. I don't want to lose any sleep over you, get it?
Beautiful. Splendid, isn't it?
Indeed.
Those dishes are full of good things.
And I'm just dying of hunger.
At least some leftovers later.
I know, they really look like girls.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I propose a toast to the most famous young couple of the moment. Lady Elizabeth Camden and Mr. Everard Maltravers.
Elizabeth and I are moved and honored, Captain. Thank you, sir.
She's like, don't touch me.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if they married aboard the Titanic?
She looks like a little
Would talk about it.
snob. Look at her.
Don't you think it would be just incredible, my dear?
She's got like one of those hook
Isn't the right
noses.
word. What would be incredible would be if someone were to ask my opinion on a matter that concerns me so closely.
Always joking, our little girl.
I've never been more
Wow.
serious. And now, if you'll excuse me, I feel a touch of seasickness coming on. I think a breath of fresh air would do me good. Please go on without me.
Wait, please. Lady Elizabeth, I had no intention of upsetting you. Please forgive me. I had no idea.
Well, it's not your fault, Captain.
I'm not even
Please
sure
sit down.
anymore.
Have a brandy.
Really, dearest, you must.
I hope it's not that fat, ugly guy.
Girl. No true lady should ever behave that way.
I don't like that woman. Not one little bit, I don't.
She's as beautiful as a picture and as fiery as the fish out of Carioca.
You can't be serious. Her.
The mouse has a crush on a woman.
Of course not. I mean, the blonde is left. I'll see her in my dreams for the rest of my life.
I hate to be a spoil sport, but I would like to draw to your attention that she's a woman and you're a mouse.
Well, there's one
Exactly.
thing I'm not, and that's a racist. That girl is a masterpiece of beauty, and we Brazilians always appreciate beauty. Let's go help her against that witch.
Wait, he has a crush on a lady.
Yeah.
This lady's crying. Tears don't really roll down that quick. Oh wait, why did they do? Why did they
That's funny. I think so.
What's her name?
This is gonna seem racist. Why are the dolphins black?
Believe it. I can understand them. My name's Elizabeth.
Very well, Elizabeth. Now I'll explain.
Why are they black?
Thanks to a
Dolphins are gray.
beams that caught your tears as they fell into the water. We added a little magic of our own, and voila! The spell was cast.
Oh, now you really must stop crying, my dear.
Yes, please, or you'll drown us.
Wow, what a jumper!
Oh, this is confusing.
You mean you really care about me?
It's a magic dolphin, Lunar. Don't judge, okay?
Now, thanks to this magic, we can understand each other, and we'll really be able to
It's
help
magic.
They're incredible! They're fantastic!
What are you talking about?
These guys don't realize they're sitting on a gold mine.
I don't know what you mean, Ronnie.
With the elevation they get in their jumps, they could score goals from all over the soccer field.
If I could turn into a dolphin like you, that would make me happier than anything in the world. I'd be free to roam the oceans and not have to worry about evil men and wicked women. Then there's no reason in the world to cry.
I'm not sure anymore.
In my place, young lady, you'd have no time to cry. We're engaged in a desperate battle to save the lives of our friends, the whales. The Maltravers ships are hunting the poor things near to extinction. Now he's enlarged his fleet and intends to hunt them even in waters which up till now have been forbidden to whale.
I like the mouse's expression on that one.
The whales will be massacred unless there's a
Catastrophe. And Henchman, that looks like Wormtail, is stalking her.
Yeah, we have a stalk, and that's Wormtail stalking.
My lord? Mr. Maltravers?
Guy and mustache combo guy.
As I was saying, Your Grace,
He's got a bow tie.
my entire fleet is ready
I
to
like
set
bow
sail.
ties.
At this moment,
Oh, cigars in a kid's movie.
there are dozens of ships sitting idle in the ports
know,
and
I'm
costing me a pretty penny to boot.
Yes, I quite see the problem. Yes, indeed.
And since your daughter and I are to be married, I could ask for no final wedding
So
present, Your Grace, than the exclusive rights to all your whaling territories around the globe. You will have a happy son-in-law, able to make your daughter that much happier.
Well, there's no great hurry, is
That's
there,
creepy.
either for the
Okay, I
concession
think,
or
yeah,
the wedding?
I've
I wish you a pleasant night, Montrose.
But he wants to kill all the whales, and now that she's the dolphins.
Oh, I just saw Lady Elizabeth.
Damnation. But
Wormtail!
I'll have that whaling concession signed and sealed if it's the last thing I ever do. Send wires to all my captains immediately. Order them to begin the hunt. Just a minute. Advise our special friend to keep himself ready for action, and don't lose sight of Lady Elizabeth for
Really?
a
I
minute.
thought it was Wormtail.
You must become her shadow. Do you understand? Her shadow. And don't you mess up.
It's
I'll
like-
make sure you finish this crossing swimming with the sharks.
Alright, so he's like, okay, and we have this plan. So, I was told to find an elephant movie. I think I did a good job. Why did I not see it?
Yeah, really. Like Wormtail's body. Oh, he's signaling.
Hey, what's going on? Jeffrey's my man. Talk to me, baby.
You've got to be kidding me.
I have a message from the boss. Hey, me and the boys are ready to go into action anytime you say, guy.
It's a convict.
Horse's eyes. The message is stay alert and don't stray too far from the ship.
Gotcha. Say hi to Mr. M for me. Tell him we're ready to destroy anything, anytime.
So the shark works for Wormtail. Why does he have a hat and a number?
He's a convict, obviously, but how?
You're always so charming.
We're so charmed. We're cats. We lost them. Oh, Wormtail. He's just stalking this woman, you know, in the movie.
You know, I've been at the ladies' room.
He's
Aw.
just gonna like follow her everywhere she goes. Don't tell me she can. Why is she crying? Yeah.
She cries too much.
The guy wants to marry her, and he's gonna like, then just and they're like, do you do like say I did?
Just leave him at
the mice too.
Just leave him at the altar, lady.
Oh my gosh, she's talking.
We're friends. Hey, why aren't you in the dining room? Yes, those eats looked awfully good.
I'll never sit at that table again, as long as Everard is there.
You'll never get anywhere by running away from it. You ought to face the issue squarely and tell your father and Everard what you think. It's the only way.
My father's under Rachel's thumb. Totally.
Her earrings clash with her dress.
Listen, you can't just give in like that. This game isn't even in the second half yet. You've gotta fight.
Of course I'm going to fight. Now I know you two are on my side.
Did
We
you
can
just flick
follow
him?
Everard and help those poor whales too.
You can count on us.
Going to everybody, she can look at me, I can talk to animals, not like going to like, oh, I'm gonna do what.
Come on, muchachos. Let's liven things up and go to bed happy after a good flamenco.
Yeah. Just kind of.
There's the dog. It's supposed to be
What's the matter, Smiley? Something bothering you? Oh, you want me on my feet, huh? Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. I just feel like being on my own for a while. I'm thinking about that beautiful girl. Do you think I'll see her again?
Oh my gosh. Yep.
You're right, amigo. Of course I'll see her again. It's up to me to make it happen, that's all. I can't spend the whole voyage curled up in a ball, grousing to the world at large and pining for her.
What?
How can I?
No, she's not dining with us tonight.
Sorry,
either.
I was
This is
falling.
Horrible. I shall go have a word with my wayward daughter and see what's going on in her silly little head.
Stupid little chit is going to ruin everything we've been working for. And that imbecile I married is going to help her. I must speak to Everard at once.
One for you and one for Ronnie. Good, huh?
Spying is a tough job. You have to fortify the.
Is that cheese or cracker?
Load up on energy.
I think you've stored up enough to build a pyramid. Let's get going.
It's never.
We got our food. Let's go.
Come on, Slowpoke. Whee! Here I come. Oh, I almost forgot. We'll come back and make our report as agreed. But there's one thing you have to do in exchange. Get out of this stateroom for a while.
If you want those whaling rights, you have to convince the old fool that Elizabeth's in love with you. How can we do that, though? She's so stubborn. What do you think?
You're right. I'm beginning to think my fascinating charisma isn't up to par these days.
Yeah, you have so
like
much
a rattlesnake.
charisma. You have charm coming
Your
right out of your butt.
charisma's in dispute, my dear Everard.
I'm serious.
It's the eye patch. It's the eye patch.
But I think I have a
He's hiding it all in his eye
salvage our business.
Fortunately, our affairs aren't
Why don't they
limited
show
to
us his entire
Those
head?
filthy
Like it was like,
The expression on your face.
why is he shushing them?
Tell
They
him you've
can't
ironed out
understand.
your misunderstandings, and you'll get him to
Or can they? I mean, they talk to the sharks.
before he's had time to talk.
You're great.
I think that's because he's.
Yet another of your marvelous ideas. And if you continue to help me like this, I see a rosy future ahead for us.
Hurry.
I'm
We
marrying
have to
another
warn
girl, and
Elizabeth.
you're
Let's
already
go.
married. I'm gonna kiss your hand and flirt with you.
Are you sure?
Seems to make sense, right?
They want to make your father believe that you and Everard are madly in love. Don't you see? It's diabolical.
Treachery.
Told your father.
Diabolical! Kill them all. Wait, what?
Look at these rumors. Okay, as far as I know of, like, especially like in hotels and
Oh,
stuff.
it's you, my very dearest. What a delight to see you.
Yeah, really.
They do
I was
triple
planning to
digits.
drop in on you myself a bit later.
And numbers. I
I
mean,
have
letters.
something of vital importance to tell you, Daddy. I have absolutely no intention of marrying Everard. I loathe him and everything he stands for. I'm sorry to upset your plans, but
Plans, did you say? My one and only plan, dear girl, is to see you as happy as possible. And I would never dream of forcing you to do
Lies.
something you don't
He's
want.
such a stereotypical Listen to this music. Okay, I thought they were. That music,
I know, right?
that music kind of implied that they were Why are they doing a 360? Oh my god, he kept it up. What is that? I fell in love with This dog is just being a weak man.
Yeah, I know. I know a little bit. That's it. Eye patch.
Whoa!
The drag queen! Yeah.
I don't even know their gender. I think Tori's still alive.
Well, there isn't a fiddler on the woods with no one to protect you. Out you go!
You were lazy to try to get into the humans' ballroom.
You're right on that, my friend. Sometimes I just lose sight of the fact that not all creatures are created equal.
Well, I must say you don't seem to be particularly crazy. What possessed you to try to sneak in there, huh?
Well, it's a long and complicated story. Fact of the matter is, I was looking for a girl.
Yeah, it's such a long story. I gave a girl a glove from my master.
Smiley, old son, that is absolutely brilliant. That is a simply great idea. Great, 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 great. Oh,
Does that mean you think it'll work?
of course it will. It can't fail.
I like how the
You
dog
organize
acts like a
everything.
kid, and then you hear his voice, and it's like a manly British.
I'm so glad you like it. When do you think we should do it then?
I'm so
Tomorrow at sunset, all right?
All right. See you there.
I just don't understand why being
Right.
in love with someone you like has to be so complicated.
You'll find out one day, kid. You'll find out one day, kid.
Wait,
Yeah.
he wasn't there. You had to have seen him somewhere. They showed us this one, they showed us the other hallway,
The Duke and I will be coming out shortly.
calculations are correct.
Your
Believe
calculations.
me, Elizabeth,
Wait, why is it-
trajectories are my specialty. I'll be right on target. Huh? Ready? Now! What the?
He's got a bra on his shoulder.
Excuse me, ladies.
Yeah.
Such unseemly behavior. I'm delighted Elizabeth refused to marry the chap.
I could have sworn I was.
Yeah, yeah. They're plotting.
Are they trying to get like everybody out like off the deck or something?
Maybe.
Yeah, y'all, none of y'all are. Oh, and we got all the men sitting here drinking. Dog. He's like,
Alright, we'll take care of the music. Just make sure you don't slam the door, alright? Our owner is a very light sleeper. Let's take care of the music. Bye-bye. See you on deck.
This is like Snow White.
You're right, Smiley. Smoking should be forbidden in here. We should go up on deck and get some fresh air.
Who names their dog Smiley?
the same guy who carries a glove around and sniff. Wait, why did he suddenly change clothes?
Magic.
Elizabeth, hurry! You've got to come out on deck.
What's the problem? What's the big hurry?
The dolphins are there. They want to talk with you.
Then I'll come right away.
Like.
I'm just waiting for one of them to fall.
Smiley.
I'm really hoping to make the story easier.
Yeah. We gotta hide over there by that horse. Let's go.
Oh wait, the wind's blowing two different directions.
Romantic.
Oh, he just now sees her.
They're like 2 feet away from each other.
And they just now see each other. No, look, the wind's blowing her hair back, the wind's blowing his cloak and bow tie or whatever back. What the heck? Is somebody just staring at each other?
Yeah, we just wait and see what happens.
Look at the dog.
They're like so far apart.
If their souls are truly united, he'll be able to.
Let's just stare at each other.
Oh no, the orchestra. All right, go for it. They're on deck already. Everything's under control. The conductor's waiting for my signal. Well, go give it to him. What are you waiting for?
Oh my god.
Maestro, everything is ready. You can proceed.
Oh my god. They have.
And the 1, and the 2, and the 3.
They're so confused.
May I have this dance?
Where is this music coming from?
I know, really.
It's like, let's stare at each other. Oh, there's music. Dance with me.
That is just weird. I mean, like, really. I was hoping. tail. Riot. So cool, so cool. Oh.
Yeah, thank you for blocking. Oh my god, wait, with the birds?
I don't know how to thank you, my friends. You've made me the happiest man in the whole world.
Let's talk to animals. He put out his hand
Let's have some party music.
They're like dancing in place. Oh.
Yeah, he's fucking
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like your beautiful sister. That's what you did. Oh. I'm just waiting for it. I like how there's just like a line of mice dancing randomly.
Smiley, I know that this is all you're doing, and I'll never be able to thank you enough, friend. You truly are my best friend.
Oh. Wormtail!
I've done some dirty tricks for the boss in my day.
Wormtail gets it. He's like, people are crazy.
But what can I do? He wouldn't think twice. He'd just throw me into the sea and I'd become an hors d'oeuvre from that ice.
What's going on?
I trust I've been clear enough.
Come on now, please. Be calm, my dears.
If Mr. Maltravers is so important
Nothing
to you, then
really.
you marry him.
Just more snobby girl and protagonist. Huh. How dare she?
My dear child, if you truly love that young man, I want you to know you have my blessing. If he makes my little girl happy, he'll make me happy too.
Well, what now, Rachel? Skip the formalities. We're in this together.
He mustn't be allowed to get away with this.
The time has come to take decisive action. Here's my plan, Rachel. But we must
I'd just
take
be
care.
too
Even
amazing.
the walls have ears.
I knew we were right to come here and spy on them.
I knew we were going to spy on them.
We have to strike the alarm. There's no time to lose. First, let's go find Smiley and Juan and tell them. Come on, Connors.
I can't tell if he says Smiley and Man or Spider-Man.
Never shut before. Smiley's blocking it closed. We've got to get it open. Never do it like this. Whoa. This calls for a soccer player. Watch this.
He's gonna kill
What's the matter, Smiley? What happened?
He's gonna cry.
We're sorry, but it's too important. We were eavesdropping in Maltravers' stateroom. We couldn't believe our ears. We heard him say he's planning to sink a ship. We were thunderstruck.
Just a minute. I don't like Mr.
Thunderstruck,
Maltravers
oh.
very much either, but that's a long way from thinking he's going to sink a ship. No.
You've got to believe us. He means to sink a ship, and it might very well be this one. We also heard him mentioning a whaling concession. Yes, a whaling concession.
Really?
And he intends to get hold of it by any means, fair or foul.
And let's not forget that man is in cahoots with Elizabeth's stepmother, that witch.
Cahoots!
And you know what I always say? Never trust anyone who lives with a cat.
I'm trying to understand. I'm
A
trying
very
to
acute
explain
observation
the
on your part, if
other
I may say so, Ronnie. Yes, I do have to agree with you.
sister and
We'll have to do this ourselves. No one else would ever believe it.
Ah.
All right, amiguitos.
Amiguitos.
Listen carefully.
What the heck? Amiguitos.
It looks to me as though the only human beings we can trust are my gypsy friends from Andalusia. I want you to help them search this ship from back to stern.
You've got gypsy
and
friends.
let me know the minute you find something strange or suspicious.
Will do, Chief.
Right.
If that Maltravers really is plotting something wicked, I'll find out and make him pay dearly for it.
Keep an eye on everything that goes on in this stateroom.
My gypsy.
Ooh, what a handsome young fellow. You're a fine-looking one, aren't you? I always wanted a dog like you. Well,
Wormtail has a
friend.
thing for Yorkies.
Man, man kann es hier hinter gute thing.
What gypsy friends? What the heck, gypsy friends? I'm so confused. What the heck is it gypsy friend? What?
A very urgent wire from Mr.
They're the only humans we can trust are my gypsy friends.
Yes.
Yes,
Like what gypsy?
Stop it from sending it. Let's make all the racket we can.
Did you see that guy?
I couldn't
Yeah.
swore those were mice. But of course, that's impossible aboard the Titanic.
What's going on? A wire from Maltravers. We're trying to stop him from sending it.
Dude, wait, why did he suddenly get back up?
Right.
He didn't see
That
them.
message is bound to be something disastrous. We've got to find a way of stopping it, Ronnie. Good thinking, Connors. But how?
Hopefully.
I have all necessary permits. Start waiting and good luck to you all.
No, I'm serious. It's actually something
I don't want him to drown.
I don't know how a telegraph works, but if it has a wire, why don't we cut it?
Yeah, no. We won't
Why
get
didn't I think of
electrocuted.
that, kid?
I don't know which
Of course not.
We don't have time to figure out which wire is which. We're gonna choose through every single one of those things. Just get your teeth in gear.
They didn't know which wire it was. They just cut all of them.
No, but they could get. Oh gosh, the Wormtail just go in the corner or something. He wants to see. Oh gosh, he's really silly. Why is he always put his head into it?
Really?
No, what is it then?
The shark.
What's going on?
Convict shark.
has to sink tonight. But remember, not a second before midnight, or else all your work will have been for nothing.
Consider it done,
They're-
Valley.
They're
Midnight on
actually
the dot.
planning to
Be
sink
careful
the
not to make any mistakes, Ice, or else the boss
The
could send
ship
his whaling
there.
ships and harpoons after you, too. Get it?
Where's Jack?
Rats, pal. Me and the boys have never tasted butler meat. Got it? And one more thing, Jeffy boy. As you go through life telling people what to do, remember, nobody who threatens a shark lives to tell the tale, if you catch my drift.
So they're planning to sink the Titanic.
Yep.
The ship they are on.
Yep.
And they're not the least bit concerned they might not get it.
Yeah.
Wait,
Pretty much.
All set for the getaway.
so why did they already cut off the light?
I think they were cutting off that
Here's
one
our
to keep
latest caper,
themselves.
boys, so listen up. We are gonna sink the Titanic tonight.
But boss, to sink the Titanic, we'll have
All
to
of them
try
have
over.
numbers.
That's impossible.
Impossible? Did I hear impossible? Nothing's impossible, you moron!
Yeah.
Positive, pal. All we gotta do is see to it that the big boat bumps into an ice
my gosh,
freezer
look at
sharp
that.
iceberg. That'll cut her in two like a
When sees an iceberg, he'll twiddle the wheel and change course, boss.
After we've arranged for the iceberg to appear in front of the ship, we'll hold the rudder in our teeth, keeping her on course, thus making sure the crash happens right on schedule. And I'm gonna get tentacles to heave that iceberg right in the Titanic's path. Now you see why I'm boss of all you.
That's how he does with all of
I
them.
know how to get things done.
I can't.
Do they not have
Boss,
any
tentacles would never shove an iceberg
can't
up against a ship full of human beings.
I can't watch.
He ain't got that no ferocious? He's a green pup. He wouldn't even hurt a seahorse.
I feel like I'm like intruding.
You think I didn't figure that out, shrimp heads? Who's gonna tell him there are human lives involved? We use a ruse to dupe the dope.
Okay.
Mr. Craig, we're in luck. There was a northeaster approaching, but it appears to have drifted off south.
Such a fine evening, made even lovelier by having Elizabeth back at our table. We'll soon sort out our silly misunderstandings, won't we, my dear?
Yes, Daddy.
Thought so. Oh. I think Wormtail's gonna escape.
Oh, we can't see a thing like this. Come on.
Just chew through the fabric. Me and more sharks. Wait, what's that? Okay.
What's the matter,
Wait,
Orky?
whoa, what?
You seem a little nervous.
I'm plenty nervous. Look over there. It's Ice and his gang.
Yo, Orky.
What are you and your gang doing in our territory?
Looks like one of those like.
We got a problem.
Yo.
We're looking for tentacles advice.
What sort of problem? What are you talking about anyway?
Well, let's just call it. A couple of my boys.
What has a scar over his face? Hey, Scar.
That sounds like great fun.
Oh, I know you're the strongest thing around, Tentacles. Don't get me wrong, but these guys think they can beat you anyway.
Is that what he just called him?
They're welcome to try.
So messed up.
What is with his face?
Oh, you're such a good sport.
Oh, sure, Ice. I can't wait to start.
You're terrific, kid. Why don't we start with something easy, you know? Just to limber up the muscles. What do you say?
I say, let's get going.
So out of proportion.
Something suspicious going on here. I've never seen a shark playing a game in my life.
Ward.
Get
No,
a
he's
couple
like-
of boys and grab that
That's
pint-sized,
in comparison
nosy,
to
skunk-colored, so-called killer whale
Those
and
things
lock him
are
up in
giant
his own shipwreck
but
and make sure
It'd
nobody...
be different if it was one of those giant squid with the octopus.
Squids have the. Wait, so they're saying they died under Titanic and sharks took an iceberg and rammed it into the
You caught it.
people wanted
Sucker.
Apparently.
I gotta hand it to you, Tentacles. You're Mr. Muscles, all right.
Tentacles as his
Oh, you
name.
think so? But it really wasn't so tough.
Well, I'm impressed,
His
kid.
face is
now,
really bothering
feel
me.
like trying your hand at something?
He's just out of proportion.
I'd love to. Let's go.
But especially his face and that
Attaboy.
nose.
Now let's go for a real record breaker. What do you say?
Tentacles, help!
Here we are. I certainly hope this works. Come on in. Hello there.
Hello, random
How about
dog.
a nice
Come here.
treat?
Why is he running that dog food?
Good catch.
Or that's just wrong.
I'll bet one's not enough.
Smiley,
Right?
the message is under
I want a
the
cracker.
bag.
Not the car. Let's take all of them.
Yay!
Give me them foods. I'll laugh when dogs don't mind food.
No, no. Oh.
Well, he just scratched it.
What a way to poop.
He looks like Wormtail, and then Wormtail turned into a rat, mouse or whatever.
Two monuments.
I regret to tell you this, Maltravers, but the wedding will not take place after all.
I appreciate your frankness, my lord.
You know how sad.
Furthermore, in all honesty, I must confess to being somewhat perplexed regarding some of the details in your whaling proposal. However, I'm quite prepared to take a look at the documents if...
They're in my stateroom, my lord. We can go over them together.
Well, then, lead the way, my dear fellow.
There's Smiley. That must be the message. Good dog, Smiley.
Oh, I thought he
Attaboy.
grabbed the crackers.
It can't be true.
I did too.
I'm sure Father would never have given him the whaling rights.
We have to speak with him.
No, he grabbed
Come
the
on.
crackers. I don't care what this movie says. He grabbed the crackers. He guy
He
picked
did.
the crackers out of that sack, and then the dog grabbed the sack. He grabbed exactly where the sack was.
Take it easy, Duke.
Oh, we have guns.
Nothing will happen to you.
Why don't you sit down, my lord?
Well, not the big guns.
Now, if you'll condescend to take a look at these papers, I'm sure you'll find that there's nothing missing. Well, there is one thing missing, and that's your aristocratic John Hancock. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, indeed. But I'll never sign them.
I think you will.
You're wrong, sir. Wrong.
Sign them. Sign them now, you old goat. Sign them, or I'll kill that stupid, presumptuous daughter of yours and the silly, prancing gypsy dancer she's so fond of.
The gypsy.
Better do it, Duke.
Dude, what is this? I'm so confused.
Come in.
Come in. Look at the gun I have.
Oh, Jeffries, the rope.
You got it, boss.
Dear me, this is turning out to be an unfortunate evening for you, my lord.
Sign this other document and we'll pretend we're parting good friends. We could have been millionaires, but you had to be an obstinate fool to the bitter end. Come on now, sign it!
So they're gonna kill him?
Sign it!
Test him. They're gonna kill him? So they're like, sign this or we'll kill you. And then when
Pretty
you're
much.
done, we'll kill you.
If you had accepted me as a son-in-law, none of this would have happened, old chump.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I respected you.
It's getting late, ladies, shall we?
You just signed your last will and testament, my dear.
Really?
And I'm the beneficiary.
I'm the beneficiary. What was that with the little tab?
Yeah, boss. I got it trussed up like a chicken.
It was like a cake.
This dog is just
No
like
time to lose.
Supposedly.
All right, boys, do not betray the slightest hint of nervousness or anxiety. That overgrown cuttlefish is playing right into our hands. Now all I gotta do is to get him to heave an even bigger one, and it's bye-bye Titanic.
Hey, boss, I've just been checking out the situation on the surface. The Titanic will be right where you want her in a couple of minutes from now.
Very good. Action.
It's creepy.
Gotta hand it to you, kid. You've
Like,
almost won
control
the...
yourself.
Only almost?
Yes, because only if you throw a seriously huge hunk of ice can I call you the winner and hire you as head of my own...
Really, really annoying.
Got it, kid?
Well, if I had your cap, I guess I could give it a try.
All right. You want the cap, you got the cap. But first, you gotta heave that iceberg over there, exactly 118 yards east by northeast. Yeah, that one over there. Go to work, kid. What the... Give me back my cap. I told you can have it after you throw the bird, not before.
There are more important things right now.
Yeah, right, never mind.
Look how
Okay, keep the
tiny
cap,
that cap
but you don't get the job until you throw the bird.
It's smaller than his nose.
I'll try.
And his nose is really small. It looks like an octopus.
Well, now I can wear this hat with honor. Huh? Where did they all go?
They did.
Really did it this time, Tentacles.
Yeah, I think I beat my own record.
All right, boys, block that rudder.
Don't you realize what you've done?
I beat the sharks at ice throwing.
You threw an iceberg at a ship full of people. I don't know how many of them we'll be able to save. They'll freeze to death in these waters. You really did it this time, kid.
Oh, no!
Killed everybody. Okay, this is kind of just mocking the Titanic.
It really is.
Easy does it, Jeffries, you bumbling idiot.
What's going on?
Faster, Jeffries, faster.
Sound the alarm, Mr. Craig. 4 passengers are stealing a lifeboat.
Yes, sir. Straight away.
Walks away. They're like, sound the alarm.
All right, push up, Jeffries, push
Hey,
up.
get that boat back. No.
Captain, iceberg! Iceberg dead ahead, sir!
Hard aboard, man.
I'm not sure. What happened to the mice?
Keep trying.
So confused. And you all are gonna die.
There's a hole in the hull. Sound the alarm. Everyone to the lifeboat.
I hope it happens. Yeah.
Can't hold anymore. Lower away.
Stand by to lower the lifeboat.
I have a question.
There's one, Elizabeth.
Why were these guys getting like this?
Elizabeth, wait for us. One, listen. You and Elizabeth must save yourselves. The ship is splitting in two.
Get up on deck as fast as you can. Connors and I are going down the hawsers.
Why would you?
Daddy, where are you?
Save yourselves, gentlemen.
But Captain, sir, aren't you coming too?
My place is with my ship, and I'll go down with her. Just make sure you get an SOS sent out before you disembark, Mr. Craig. Good luck, gentlemen, and farewell.
We're in terrible trouble, laddies.
Oh, random fact, the guy that built the Titanic built 2 other ships and all 3 of them sunk.
To send out an SOS. Maybe there's a ship near enough that can make it in time to help us.
Oh, the telegraph. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and like all 3 were supposedly like invincible.
After, that's against every rule of the Seamouse Maritime Union. Do you realize what you've done, you little fools? No one but condemn every ship around on this ship to death. That I shall live to see such a day.
I guess we could try and fix it.
You're right, and that's just what you're going to do, or I'll have the hides off you. Are you still here?
On our way.
If they fail, it's Davy Jones' locker.
They cut the wires. They ruined it.
You go find whoever you can and start splicing those wires. I'll go look for Camembert. He always knows what to do.
Fail.
Oh.
I don't know.
Camembert, put a last
Oh, it's Toy Mouse.
This is more important than cheese.
If you say so, mon ami.
We have to fix the telegraph wires. If we don't reconnect the wires, they can't send out the SOS.
Oh, well, we will have to think of something, won't we?
We just can't make ends meet.
Oh no, we're too late.
Send out an SOS. Give our position and then abandon ship. Aye, aye, sir.
It's now or never, guys. You gotta make it work. Oh no!
Yes, you killed everybody. There you go.
I've got it. Connect the wires to my mustache.
What?
Congratulations!
What a hero.
I hope you are satisfied with yourselves.
Tentacles! Come help us! It's all
check.
It's all your fault, Tentacles.
Tentacles, come here and set me free! I need you!
Corky, is that you? Where are you?
Look down, Tentacles! I'm here in the old wreck!
Huh?
Help me get out! The dolphins need us
I
to
don't
help
even
them
know.
right away! Thanks. Now you gotta get rid of the sharks, Tentacles! Hey, what the? There you go!
He just threw them. Wait, why is this ship?
I hope so.
Board the remaining lifeboats as quickly as you can and try
Shouldn't
not
the
to
ships
let the
be
humans
dominant?
see you.
Honestly.
Especially the women. They just raise a ruckus and get in the way. That's not what we need right now. The best of British luck to all of you.
There aren't enough lifeboats.
Where's the creepy guy?
Room for everyone.
I'm not really.
I'm so scared.
I was too, my dear.
Right, sir.
There's not a second. Get to the lifeboats as fast as you can.
But that's a mouse!
Oh, let's come later, Daddy. Let's get up on deck.
We're talking mice?
There's
Finally,
no
somebody
lifeboat.
understands.
But the Duke is tied up! He'll drown!
Yes.
Stop rowing, Jeffries.
Yeah, right.
We'll be picked up soon. Ice will guide us to the shipping lanes, and then we're on easy street.
Thank God Daddy's safe.
Pilot a family's home.
Now that you've gotten rid of the sharks, there's another very important thing you have to do. Look! The ship is breaking into 2 pieces!
Oh my goodness, you're right. And it's all my fault. Oh, I'm so sorry, Orky. I wish there was something I could do.
There is! You've got to hold
You
the
should be.
ship
This is
together
silly.
Oh my
so
God.
all the people can get off!
That sounds impossible, but I'll give it my best shot.
That is one big octopus.
I don't know.
Not possible. Look at all those people. They're like flipping out.
It's the end for all of us.
Elizabeth, your friends, the dolphins, are at the stern. They want to talk to you.
Oh, maybe they thought of a way of saving us.
Let's go. What is it, my friends?
Don't be afraid of the octopus. Tentacles is a friend. He's trying to keep the ship together.
Then maybe another ship will arrive in time to save us.
Yes, we've called the whales too. They'll be a great help. Just don't give up hope.
Thank you, friends.
See you soon.
How can we ever thank you, Tentacles? You're a hero. I'm not a hero. I'm just a kid. The truth is, this terrible thing that's happening is all my fault.
No, Tentacles, it's not your fault. This all happened because of an evil, greedy human being.
No, the sharks tricked me into throwing that big iceberg.
The whales! The whales are here! Hooray!
One of my tentacles slipped. I have to go back down.
Hurry!
Okay, okay.
I will never abandon my ship.
Everyone's safe. Huh? Oh no! No one's going to die because of me.
So sorry.
Help! I have to save
The orchestra was in the lifeboat and they were playing music.
Thank you, Orky. I can't
ready?
I'm not afraid as long as I'm with you.
I was so interested in that story. I was so invested in it.
I was shipping that couple.
I don't even know what this is. Wait, what? Is this
It's a whale!
Don't tell me he's going to eat them in his mouth.
We did it! We saved it!
We did it! We saved everybody! No, everybody's still dead. Why are they all not wet?
I know.
Most beautiful ship that ever put out to sea.
Oh yes, see kids? In the Titanic, everybody made it out alive. Don't worry, nobody died.
It's all good, it's all good. No, really.
But then don't make it a kids movie if you can't do anything.
No, not all.
Oh my God.
All except the heroes who gave their lives for the rest of us. God bless their memory.
Oh my God, he died!
Didn't he let go? Wasn't he at
No! He died!
Okay, so at one point, once the ship starts going down, why is he even dead? It didn't fall on his head or anything. Why is he dead? What the hell? Why is he alive? He's just faking it.
Oh, maybe he's stuck under the ship. Really?
So that guy is dead because he used his
Extra, read all about it. Shipping magnate Everard Maltravers and his butler lost in the North Atlantic, along with the Duchess of Camden and his sister. The latest on the sinking of the Titanic.
You're going against the water.
Just look at him go.
You're going against the Wormtail, you do all the work.
Go, Wormtail!
Wormtail, you do all the work.
Sorry, boys, it won't happen again.
I hope they all die.
Extra, read all about it. Happy ending for 2 Titanic passengers. The Duke of Camden announces the marriage of his daughter, Lady Elizabeth, to Don Juan Tenorio, Prince of Andalusia. Ceremony will take place tomorrow in
Oh, look at that, look at that.
Read all about it.
There's a place not too far away. Somewhere we can be alone. We'll discover how we used to be.
I don't understand.
Oh
I
my
know.
gosh, don't tell me they're gonna have a guy with a hot sister. Oh my gosh.
Oh, is he just like a best man?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, he is getting married to his sister.
You man and wife.
Yeah.
Tell me you still know the way to
I wonder how his best friend feels. I mean, really. I mean, his best friend just got married to his sister. That's pretty much what happened. Hi, Grandma.
Hey, you're Smiley, aren't you? News for you and your friends. Get down here.
Oh, that's marvelous marvelous news. Thank you very much.
What was the news?
Hey, what is it, Smiley? Huh? That's wonderful news.
It's quite astonishing. You'd swear they were talking to each other.
Captain, you must come too. I insist.
Oh, I
Please.
really,
Come on.
You can join me there while I die a little later.
Coachman, follow that.
I know, they don't tell you. Come on. You have to tell me. Yeah, woo! The mice. Drive me.
Well, we just wanted to offer you our congratulations.
Thank you, friends.
It was such a nice wedding, and we're so happy we helped make your dream come true.
Imagine that. Why? I just want to know.
Elizabeth won, everyone!
But there's salt work.
I have such a wonderful surprise for you!
What?
Hi, people! Thank you, Tentacles! Tentacles is alive!
My brain is just completely fried.
Oh, the others are alive, too!
Oh my gosh, she would be freaking out. There's a giant octopus.
Tentacles.
Tentacles, you are a true hero. You saved my life by putting your own in danger.
You know you're talking to them.
And the many people who couldn't find space in the lifeboats, you saved their lives too. Tell us how you accomplished such an amazing feat.
It was the whales who did it, really. I didn't do very much at all.
They're all safe. Huh? Hey, look over there, Connors. Isn't that Camembert? That's impossible, Ronnie. You know he was electrocuted.
Mes amis!
Don't you dare.
He's alive!
Are you serious?
He's alive! So confused. Why?
Ronnie is Granny Stella's brother. Where is he now, Grandpa?
What happened to his face?
He moved back to Brazil. He couldn't stand
Yeah,
the cold here in New York.
still.
He became a very famous soccer coach.
Grandpa, you said before that evil man, Everard Maltravers, was lost at sea. That means nobody's hunting the whales any longer. Is that right?
Unfortunately, no, children. There'll always be another Everard Maltravers.
Is this whole movie like promoting like anti-whale hunting?
Now it's up to you and those of your generation to do something.
That's all what. That's just what everybody cares about.
You heard, children. Enough is enough. Your grandfather loves to tell stories, but like all sailors, you shouldn't take him too seriously. Come along now.
Go on now.
Aging did her no good.
Wait.
Her eye color changed.
Yeah. So why do they have a room of their? Why do mice have a room? Why do they have?
My brain can no longer function normally anymore.
Why those cars in the middle of the street just still? Why? I'm still hung up on that giant mouse. Wait, that's it. You're not gonna explain.
With you.
I'm gonna pause it now. What is this? Hello, what is this?
Okay, well, I'm done with that. No more for me. Thank you very much.
What is this? Do you have any thoughts on this piece of crap that we just watched?
Okay.
What?
Everything. This doesn't make sense at all.
I feel so defeated. I can't. What is what the heck happened?
I don't understand.
I'm so confused. I was in such a good mood before all this. What?
Why?
What was with? Okay, so the mouse got electrocuted because they put his
mustache thing.
Wire conduct of electricity, which I don't think hair can do, and somehow that electrocuted him, and his nose turned into Rudolph or something. And then he wasn't dead, even though they tied wires to him and left him on the
boat.
Ship. Yes, on the drowning ship. So either he got on another lifeboat or whatever, while being a jerk and not shouting out, "Oh, hi guys, I'm a," and then what's that? That octopus. Why was there a giant? Oh,
I know, that movie just doesn't make sense whatsoever. Like, the octopus was
huge, retarded, and what did we watch?
I'm not sure.
What did we watch? We have to do this more, because I was in such a good mood. This is a great way.
My little brother Jack has just joined us.
Hello.
This is my friend Lunar.
Hello.
You see that, Jack?
Hello, Ghana.
Whatever.
I'm so confused.
Hey, you're kidding me.
Hello.
Jack.
I can't see you.
No, you can't see her.
No,
Why?
Can't. Because I do not let anybody see my face.
Why we can't see you?
Because we're just talking to her.
We were watching a terrible movie that is...
It wasn't very good. It was really silly, Jack. Silly, silly, silly.
It was an awful movie. I'm still hung up on, like... What? So... okay, so what was... So Wormtail, the parent... Okay, so Wormtail was in that boat. So how did the guy get that mouse guy get the whistle?
Yeah.
Good
question. I don't know.
Actually, it always does that.
Movies always do that kind of stuff, Jack?
Movies are always...
Yeah.
They shouldn't.
Hey, actually, Grandpa is here.
Grandpa's here?
Yeah, in the kitchen.
Oh, he's in the kitchen? Go scare him.
Yeah.
Go scare him.
Yeah, we gotta make it.
Okay. Sneak up. What the heck is sneak? The sneak up on him. I can't even really process that movie. What?
Dear Orlando Karate, who presented this movie. What?
Thanks a lot, dude. Thanks a lot, Orlando Karate. Thanks a lot.
I'm just so confused. I mean, can you explain to us what this was?
I can't. I have no idea. I just feel so defeated and confused and just what is
nothing in that movie made sense, really.
No. What you expected it to?
Not really. Even the beginning was like off.
That music, it was like or something like that. I don't know.
It was like
it was
doo-doo-doo or something.